Dearest reader, it has been 84 years. Why did that sound more like a Laszlo Grayson-Worth impression than actually a Bridgerton impression? Anyway, today I'm here to react to the first episode of season 3 of Bridgerton. It's finally back! I gotta take a deep breath. That was a lot of words without actually breathing, and I'm not the best at breathing anyway. So yeah, Bridgerton is back. This is Penelope and Colin's season. This is the first time they have not followed the book order because the third book is Benedict's. I almost said Bridgerton, but it's all Bridgerton. We don't know who's going to be season 4 as of yet. I'm really hoping it's Benedict though, because he's been there since the start and I think his book sounds really cute, so I'm just like excited to see. It's like exciting to see the Bridgertons when they're all like, you know, rakish and like, I don't want a wife, blah blah blah, turn into like absolutely like down on their knees begging the woman of that they love to be like, please marry me, I can't go another minute. There's just something so satisfying about this. So yeah, this is Penelope and Colin's season. I'm really excited. They split it into two, which I'm not really excited about. Netflix is doing this and I really don't understand why. I made the conscious decision not to read the book just because I felt like in terms of season 2, I loved that book so much that it kind of ruined the season for me in a way. Don't get me wrong, I still love Kate and Anthony. I think their like chemistry is the best and I love them, but they changed so much from the book that I loved that it made it like unbearable at certain points. If anything that wasn't Kate and Anthony, basically, like turning the whole thing with her sister into a love triangle and stuff like that, just wasn't in the books, and I liked the books better. So I was like, I don't want to have that happen again, so I'm just not going to read the book until after I watch the season. I have like two friends that are Bridgerton experts. They've like read the book since before they got turned into a TV series. They're the first ones that let me know like this was getting turned into a TV series and everything. So I always go to them for like expertise in it. And I think both of them actually, their favorite books are The Viscount Who Loved Me, which is Kate and Anthony's story, but both of their second favorite is Colin and Penelope. They say like it's just such a good book. So yeah, I'm really excited to check it out. I think the trio looks great. It really looks like the budget got increased, and I know there's going to be like other storylines, but I said this in my trailer reaction of like, I think forcing myself to watch the other storylines that I didn't care so much about, particularly like everything that was happening with like Penelope's mom and like their household and stuff like that, really like made me not want to finish season 2. So I made the decision that if there's a storyline that's not entertaining me, I'm just gonna skip it. I'm not gonna put my time and effort into it, and I'm just gonna focus on the things that I like. And as of now, it seems like a storyline that I'm leaning towards not liking would be Cressida and Eloise somehow being friends, so I'm curious to see how they explain that one, but I don't have big hopes about it being like something that I can tolerate. So yeah, I'm just excited to check the season out, and yeah, let's get into it. Colin Bridgerton, my lady Whistledown voice. It's just astounding, isn't it? Oh my gosh, what if their last name was Beeferton? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I woke up in a mood today. The bee! There they are. My babies. Oh. She's literally like, who else would be playing in this house? The only person that's missing? This is new Francesca, right? She was in, the funny thing was the old Francesca, because they aged her up, was in Lockwood and Co., a show that was canceled way too soon for justice. But the new Francesca, I believe, was in the new Enola Holmes movie, the second one. So it's just funny that they both have Netflix connections still. Violet, I love all her kids. And it's like, you know what? You raised them, so you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Is he really getting like the like, I don't even know, the love interest intro, like the back silhouette? Oh my gosh, I love that. Don't even. I can't. The fact that like he's supposed to be like this like rogue guy coming back from his travels, I'm like, you will never outrogue Anthony Bridgerton, okay? That man was sniffing the love of his life and moaning before he even like admitted that he loved her. You will never ever win. I like how bigger they're getting, like the family, like it's just so cute. That's kind of one of the reasons that like, as much as I feel like, yeah, I get it, I was sad that Daphne wasn't returning this season because I just like the idea of like this big family that just gets bigger and bigger with love and like adding like, you know, kids and husbands and wives. Like I was a bit disappointed, and I hope she will appear in other seasons, and that also means like they won't get rid of like characters once they're coupled up, you know. I know it kind of makes sense because like once they're coupled up, like they do move away aside from Anthony and Kate, but it doesn't like it doesn't it's not the point. The point is like this big family, right? And Daphne did her duty in season 2. Okay, Daphne was like, you're being an idiot to Anthony, and I loved that. Hey, we know who that is. I have to say, like, I think Queen Charlotte, which is, this is, I know, like, a lot to say, but I think that's my favorite Bridgerton season. I know it's not even technically a Bridgerton season, but I loved that show so much, and the couple was so, like, Charlotte and George are just absolutely amazing, and I felt like, in terms of, like, Bridgerton seasons, there's usually always, like, a storyline or two that I don't really like. Like, I liked all the storylines in that one. I just think it was so magical and beautiful. I can't even with him. It just feels so performative. Like it's not Colin at all, you know? He is so F boy right now, but also like like just saying like someone coming up to you and like saying a pickup line, right? Like you never hear that in real life. You're like, okay, this is like you clearly rehearsed this in a mirror beforehand. How old is he supposed to be too? I gotta look up how old they are. She's only 19? My gosh, she had to get married young back then. I mean, I knew that, but also, like, just remind you. Okay, he's 24. That makes sense. This is. I cannot wait to see how you explain this to me because this is the only theory I've seen that works is that they're going to be love interests, and that's the only one that I could maybe get behind. Oh, she's beauty. She's grace. Like, I just love her. She literally looks like a Disney princess. Like, that outfit, I can't get over it. I literally like get me the bucket. This is so like he means not a word of this. Okay. Uh-oh. Give it to him, girl. No, no. She's being nice, but no. That is Penelope's not the person to go to her about that. Like that's breaking her heart. I cannot wait to see this man groveling with a capital G for forgiveness after he realizes she heard what he said. No, 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 no. This is why I need to be in this and be her friend because no, we are leaving that man in the dust till he apologizes. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that he's dad, but also brother. He's like, let's go outside where mom can't see. They're so cute. I just love them as a family. I feel like he said that kind of like as like a throwaway line, but like that's what I'm excited to see explored more in his season. Like everything kind of takes him as a joke, and like he isn't like good at anything, and you know just waifs through life, but like he wants to have a purpose. I think it's hard, and like that's what they could also explore of like it's your siblings and you love your siblings, but at the same time, what if they only see you as one way? And you're like, how do I prove to them that I'm serious about something, you know, because it's like they've only seen me as one way for so long. Oh, it's so pretty. I thought this was gonna be later in the season when she like reveals her new look. I didn't realize it was already. I've always wanted to be able to do that. Like I thought that was such an interesting like I don't skill to like know like what colors match someone the best because like obviously like the yellows and like the bright oranges and stuff were bad for her like complexion and her hair color. I've always wanted to know that because like I have no clue what colors I should be wearing. All I know is I like black. Oh no. She's not gonna know how to talk to them. This is why she needs Colin's help. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make me cringe. Oh, Penelope. I kind of love her. Like older her, I didn't like in the first two seasons, but then I loved her so much in Queen Charlotte that now I'm like, I still love her, you know? Now you know her whole journey. You gotta love her. Oh, look at him keeping an eye on her. That's so sweet. Okay, these are kind of like just feel like someone's like grilling you to see like what you know what I mean? It's just like favorite color, favorite number. It's like, oh, this is not a natural conversation. The growth, the growth from how he was with Daphne to now he's like, it's okay. I can't with the way they look at each other. They're so cute. I can't. He loves his wife so much. Hey. I also feel like, yeah, but also like she's just so attuned to the Bridgertons, right? Like definitely like they've had their share of like scandals and stuff, but it's just so funny that like she's like everyone's paying attention to all the Bridgertons at all the time, and it's probably like, but also like you are more innately in tune to them for various reasons. Aww. So they're closer in age than I realized. They're only like 2 years apart. So yeah, it would be cute if they like have more of a friendship this season too. Okay, now how old is this guy? Because he just looks. If she's 19, I'm like, she really just cannot talk to anyone. This is so awkward. Oh, I mean, not that I'd be any better. Seriously? Like, literally, why? Why, Cressida? This is why I'm like, why are you friends with her? Like, you literally saw her do that, Eloise. He's gotta go check on her. He literally does not know she's mad at him, though. Like, he's just like, she's not acting like herself. But not, oh, she's mad at me. Oh, poor thing. And now, like, Colin, who's like the last person she wants to see, is gonna come out and see her breaking down. He can't even say, like, I was checking on you. That sounds like the most sincere thing he said all night, I will say, compared to all the other flirtation stuff. Yes! Wake up! There it is. He's like flashing back to, like, what? What message that she's not allowed to marry anyone? Like, what is your problem, girl? And yet you're still gonna be friends with her, right? That's cause you're mean. Like the meanest. You do that. You literally just did that. You were like the queen of that. I can't believe I can't believe she's acting like this. Is like, you know, like I've made my mistakes. I've made my hiccups, you know, but like I've learned. It's like we just saw you 12 hours ago do that to Penelope. And the fact that Eloise is just like, I understand. Like, you know, I get it. I'm like, no, she's not talking about like, you know, last year I'm trying to change. This was 12 hours ago. Look who's showing up in their slutty little long coat with an apology on their face. Huh. I love too that that took what, like less than a day. He was like, as soon as I can get up and it's appropriate to go visit her, I'm going. I want very good friend and then cut to like the end of this season when they're just making out. I cannot wait to see these lessons, okay? Like I feel like we saw the glimpse of it in the trailer with her being like, the weather and him just being like, every time he says friends, I just want to cut and then like it interposed with like them making out, him having a dream about her. Like I just want it, please. I feel like she kind of forgave him a little bit too easy. Like I wanted to see him grow up a little bit more, but it's okay. I get that they've kind of got to get the whole plot going. Yikes. It's like when you write that letter and then you're not supposed to send it, but it actually accidentally gets sent, like when you're so angry. I don't know why, but like I never even like considered what this is gonna mean. Like that he's gonna have to find out she's Lady Whistledown and she wrote these things about him. Nowhere. Nothing. I love the looks. They have the family down pat, I will say. Like, all of them have such good chemistry. Just the, like, oh, and she knows that that's Penelope. That's crazy. This is gonna be bad. Like, oh, I didn't even really think of this. Oh dear, I'm seeing the writing on the wall that I either was purposely not thinking of or just wanted to ignore, but it ain't gonna go well. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be so betrayed and hurt. I also feel like, can we just be like, we're even? No, probably not, because he said one thing about her and he's mad that, like, she wrote about this Eloise, and yeah, that's gonna go badly. One thing that I, like, don't like about season 2 especially is that for so long of it, Anthony and Kate were, like, ignoring their feelings, and, like, yeah, we had little moments, but, like, we only got to see them be, like, happy and together for, like, really the last episode. I just hope that it's gonna be, obviously, but I just hope that they don't, like, resolve all the whistles down stuff in the last episode, and then, like, that's when they're, like, happy and together. I feel like that's what it's gonna be, though. Like, he's gonna find out that she's whistle down, like, in probably, like, either the end of this, like, these 4 episodes, or at the start of the next 4, and then it's like the rest of that will be resolving that and him having to forgive her and live with that, and then we're just not gonna actually see them happy until, like, the last, like, 20 minutes of the last episode, which is just frustrating, but, like, he has good reason to be upset, and I feel like she obviously, like, tried to stop that and regretted it, but I think that also shows, like, the precarious position she's in of, like, she has to do a good job, and it's hard because she is so young, of, like, separating her personal feelings from what she's reporting, right? Like, it can't be like, oh, you're mad at this person, so you go and take this out and, like, do this now that everyone in society will read it. Do I think it really affects Colin all that much? No. I think it would be worse. Like, what she did for Eloise and stuff was worse because women obviously have it so much more harder. Like, I think everyone kind of knows he's, like, a rake and all that, so it's, like, not, like, that's the thing he's presenting to himself right now, and I don't necessarily think he wants a wife, so I don't think it's hurting any chances he has, but I do think that's something that, like, that shows kind of, like, the downside of her being whistled down, is, like, her personal feelings can get mixed up in what she's writing, and then that can have consequences in her real life, as we've already kind of seen with Eloise, and now expanding again. So yeah, I'm excited, but now that was kind of just like a suck to the stomach of, like, you're just waiting for that to drop now. But I really liked the first episode. She forgave him a lot quicker than I thought she would, but like I said, at the same time, I see where the story kind of has to start moving and stuff. So I'm just excited. I hope we get our jealous Colin. That is what I've been looking forward to every single day since, like, the trailer dropped. So that's what I'm hoping to see mostly. And also just, like, Pen really start to come into her own and be more confident without needing, like, the charm lessons and all that, and know that she's, like, an awesome person. So yeah, if you have seen this episode, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!